Okay, you guys. So example 3 is very similar to example 2. It's not identical, but it has the same key characteristics. So if you feel confident that you understood example 2, I highly recommend you try example 3 on your own and then fast forward to the end and see if you get it right. Okay, so in this case it says if the area of a circle is 9 pi centimeters squared, find the radius, diameter, and circumference of the circle. Okay, so I'm going to be using the area formula first and foremost to find the radius, which from the radius, I can find the diameter and area. Okay, so let's think about what is the formula for the area of a circle. Well, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So I'm going to write that down first. So area equals pi r squared. Okay, so I'm just going to fill in my values because if I know the area, then I can just solve for the radius. But be careful, this is the radius squared. So we're going to have to do some square rooting to undo that squared. So be careful. Okay, so let's start filling in our values. So area is 9 pi. So I'm going to fill in that bad boy. 9 pi equals pi times the radius squared. Whoa, I forgot my equal sign. Sloan, what is wrong with you? Okay, so I need to get r by itself, which currently this pi is getting in the way. It's irking me and hurt my feelings. I don't appreciate it. Okay, well the pi is secretly multiplying to the radius squared, so I'm going to divide by pi on both sides. Get rid of that bad boy. Which the pi will divide out and turn to 1 on both sides. Pi divided by pi is 1. Pi divided by pi is 1. Bam. So currently what I'm left with is 9 equals the radius squared. Which, you know, Miss Long, she likes to have what we're solving for on the left-hand side and the answer on the right. So I'm going to do a little switcheroo of the equation using that symmetric property. Okay, so r squared equals 9. Okay, so I'm really close, you guys. I just got to deal with this squared, which what is the inverse of a squared? Yes, the inverse of a squared is the square root. So I'm going to square root that thing on both sides, which the square root will cancel out the squared. Okay, so I'm left with r equals the square root of 9, which technically, you guys, when you square root both sides of an equation, what secretly pops up? Okay, a plus or minus secretly pops up, but does it make sense to have a negative radius? Can you have a negative length? No, not in this dimension we cannot. So I'm just going to use the positive version. So the square root of 9 is 3. That's the positive version. And our units are centimeters. So I'm going to include my units so my answer is not naked and disgusting and gross. It needs some units. So 3 centimeters. There we go. So one part's done, so. All right, now the diameter. We know the diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. You double the radius to get the diameter. So that's what I'm going to use to find my diameter. So the diameter equals 2 times the radius, which what's the radius, you guys? It is 3 centimeters. Holy hot dog, right? So it's just going to be 2 times 3, which the diameter is simply going to be 2 times 3, which is 6 centimeters. Yes. There we go. All right, and then lastly, we just need to find the area, which, hold on, I think I meant to find the circumference. Jeez, Miss Long. Okay, we're supposed to find the circumference, not the area. Probably like Miss Long, you're being silly. You were given the area, so that's going to be really easy to find the area. Well, I made a boo, but that should say circumference. The demon cats have yet again gotten me. Those silly demon cats. Circumference. Okay. Okay, which there's 2 ways you can do this. The circumference is, there's 2 versions. Circumference is 2 pi r, or the circumference is pi times the diameter. So you can use either of these formulas to help you find circumference. In my opinion, this one's easier because it's just pi times the diameter, then you're done. But you could do either, which I'll explain why they're equal in a moment. So I'm going to be using this one because in my opinion it's easier. So circumference equals pi times my diameter, which my diameter is 6. So circumference is 6 pi centimeters. And there we go. Okay, which if you use this formula, it's 2 times pi times r, which 2 times the radius is 6, and then times pi is 6 pi. So you could use either formula to get there. And guess what, you guys? This problem is officially donezo. Bam. Nice job, you guys. You did fabulous on it. Look at it. Beautiful problem, right? I know. Okay, now you're going to learn something even more exciting about the circle called the sector area, which I'm not going to get too far ahead because I know you guys are so excited to learn about it. Nice job, you guys.